The morning of my wedding should have been one of joy, anticipation, and nervous excitement. Friends and family bustled around, laughing, adjusting dresses, tying ties, and fussing over the final details. My bride Liora looked radiant, her smile the kind that could make the sun jealous. Everything seemed perfect too perfect. In fact, I had always been sensitive to the energy around me, a kind of intuition that often felt more like an instinct than just perception. That morning, though, something felt off, not in a way that made sense at first. It was subtle, almost imperceptible, a chill in the air, a slight tremor in my hands that I hadn't felt before. I chalked it up to nerves. After all, today was the day my life was supposed to change forever. The ceremony began. The guests seated in neat rows, the air heavy with expectation. Vows were whispered, rings exchanged, and smiles shared. And then, just as the officiant asked if I took Liora to be my partner for life, a strange sensation erupted inside me. My vision blurred for a moment, the world around me seeming to stretch and distort. I felt energy coursing through my veins, warm and tingling. A presence I had never experienced before. It was as if something dormant had awakened within me, a strange new power, sudden and undeniable. My heart raced, yet I felt calm, centered, as if I had always known this moment would come. The sensation was electric, almost sentient, and it demanded recognition. That's when I saw her, Liora, smiling at me. But there was something in her eyes that made the world tilt on its axis. I could feel it, not consciously, but through this newfound awareness. Deception, betrayal, something hidden in the corners of her mind, something she thought I would never perceive. And in that instant, I understood that my gift or curse, depending on perspective, was not random. It had awakened to protect me. The ceremony continued outwardly as planned, but inwardly, the awareness grew. I could sense the subtle fluctuations of emotion, the whispers of intentions that had been buried. Liora's smile, though beautiful, was layered with deceit. She had not been honest, not fully. The power within me pulled memories from the recesses of our courtship, illuminated interactions I had previously accepted as innocuous. Suddenly, pieces fell into place. The late-night messages she had insisted were work-related, the unexplained absences, the evasive answers, all of it revealed itself in a vivid mental tableau. I realized then that my life had changed in more ways than one. I had married a woman whose intentions were not pure, whose heart was not entirely mine, and whose loyalty was questionable. But more than that, I had awakened to something within myself, a power that allowed me to perceive truth, to sense betrayal, and perhaps to exact consequences with precision. The ceremony ended with polite applause, smiles, and congratulations from friends and family who were blissfully unaware of the storm swirling beneath the surface. Liora leaned toward me, expecting whispered promises, a shared smile, intimacy. Instead, I merely nodded, my mind and senses occupied with the revelation of truth and the strange, humming energy that now pulsed within me. Later, in the privacy of our reception, I observed her more closely than ever. I could feel her emotions as if they were my own fear, excitement, anticipation, and an undercurrent of guilt. I realized that she had thought her betrayal hidden, cloaked by careful lies, manipulation, and subtle charm. But my awakening had stripped all that away. I could see her fully, entirely, without illusion. The power was not violent, at least not yet. It didn't compel me to act recklessly or lash out in anger. Instead, it offered clarity, perception, and understanding beyond ordinary human senses. I could feel the weight of her betrayal and simultaneously the path forward. I had the choice to respond, to confront, or to simply let the awareness guide my actions. By the end of the evening, as guests danced, laughed, and celebrated, I found a quiet moment alone. I closed my eyes and felt the energy swirl, a brilliant, vibrating presence that seemed to echo through every fiber of my being. It was not just power, it was awareness, intuition, and strength all intertwined. I realized that my awakening was not a coincidence. It had come precisely at the moment I needed it most, revealing betrayal, illuminating truth, and granting me the clarity to navigate life beyond deception. That night, I confronted Liora not publicly, but privately. She attempted the usual defenses, excuses, and charm, but I no longer saw through her eyes, I saw through hers. Every word, every hesitation, every subtle inflection spoke volumes. The energy within me translated the hidden intentions into undeniable truths. And I realized that the woman I had trusted was flawed, human, and capable of betrayal. But I was no longer powerless. In the days and weeks that followed, I explored this new power, learning to control it, to focus it, and to understand its boundaries. I discovered that it wasn't just about sensing betrayal, it was about perception, truth, and insight into the hidden currents of human behavior. And as I honed it, I realized that my life had shifted irreversibly. I had been reborn not just as a husband, but as someone capable of seeing the world in a way few could. Liora, meanwhile, was forced to confront the consequences of her actions in ways she had never anticipated. The awareness I now carried allowed me to address her deception without violence, without chaos, but with precision. She could no longer hide, manipulate, or deceive. Every lie was illuminated, every misstep magnified, and every intention laid bare. It was a strange, powerful awakening. I felt alive in ways I had never imagined, attuned to truths beyond ordinary perception, and equipped with the clarity to navigate a world filled with hidden motives. The wedding day, once anticipated as a simple celebration of love, had become a catalyst for transformation. Betrayal had revealed the depths of deception, and my new power had emerged as both shield and sword. By the time the honeymoon arrived, nothing was as it seemed. The relationship had changed, not entirely destroyed, but redefined. I no longer approached life blindly or trusted superficially. I could perceive intentions, detect dishonesty, and understand hidden currents that had once eluded me. The awakening that had begun on my wedding day was not merely a moment of revelation. It was the beginning of a new existence, one in which I was fully alive, fully aware, and fully capable of facing betrayal without being broken by it. Looking back, I understand now that the day I married Liora was the day I was reborn. The world I thought I knew, the people I trusted, and the life I had anticipated were all altered irrevocably. And within me, a strange, potent energy now pulses, an energy that awakens when betrayal is near, when truth is concealed, and when clarity is most required. I am no longer the man I was. I am something more, something aware, and something uncheckable. And the world, I realized, will never see me the same way again.